Good morning, good evening, good night, people of the internet. It is I, Dust06, or formerly known as Mr. Monkey, and I'm going to be starting the third part 1 I've made on this channel. Has there ever been a part 2? No, never. But I'm going to try anyways. And today, I'm going to be doing some Supersymmetry. I've streamed most of this live, so if you do want to see me make more progress outside of videos, then I would recommend seeing that. But on the last stream, I finished a steam age and barely made it into the electric age with my first steam turbine and wire mill. And if I look in these crafting stations, I've gathered a bunch of extra materials so I can start making my first circuits and machines. Also, real quick, as you can see right here, I've got my backlog of coal so I can constantly make more iron, so that's where all that steel is coming from. Anyways, I've got all of my materials here to make a bunch of my first circuits, outside of the 2 machines I already had. So let me just grab my wire cutters, and I realized I didn't put rubber around these cables. Let me just do that real quick. 13 LV circuits. That should be good for my first run of machines here. But before I make more machines, I kind of want this area to only be a steam room, especially if I want to make more steam machines, like more steam grinders and maybe some steam ovens. So I think I'm gonna build a separate room for all of this. And I think the room will probably just be right next to this one. So I forgot to make some materials here. However, I did have some spare X-stone tiles lying around, so building this won't be much of a problem. Alright, so that's the floor, so now I just need to get the walls. Whoa. They're dropping right into my base. Alright, just finished up. Let me just tear down these ladders. Now we've doubled the size of our base here. Now with this newfound space, I do want to move all of my storage in here eventually, but that'll come after I make a few more basic LV machines. I did realize though, you can make torches with coal dust, which is a thank God moment because I don't have any like actual pieces of coal I can use. Just gotta fill the spawning sources right here. And we can actually start work on our LV machines here. So first order of business is making some more iron rods. And we'll need some copper wires and some more tin cables, because I want to make more motors. So now let's clear my bookmarks and let's get a bending machine as my second machine here. I need 4 motors. And then I can grab my plated steel. Now to make pistons, I need small gears. And my only way of making those right now is to use the inefficient recipe that requires 3 steel. Now I need to make another low voltage machine hull. And the last thing I'll need is my electronic circuits and bending machine. This turbine is struggling to supply that, as you can clearly see, so until I can get a battery buffer, this won't work very well. But what I could do is I could make a steel drum to do like a steam buffer so I can have a larger amount. Okay, so I want this side right here to be for crafting and storage. So I'm gonna move my LV machines now. So I'd say this section is probably good enough. I don't need like a super specific area. I can put my steel drum up here, and one feature you might not know about with GregTech drums, if you grab a screwdriver and you right click the drum, it will allow fluid to drain downward into adjacent tanks using gravity. If I link up my pipes here and let the steam flow in here, as you can see, it's auto exporting to the turbine. And of course, I don't have enough steam supply to fully run this, but it's good enough for right now. Yeah, that equates to about 80,000 millibuckets of storage, I believe. So it's better than nothing, but for now, I can just plug these machines in. If I want to automate these, I can use some conveyor modules and some crates at the bottom, but for now, I don't really need that because I can't even supply the amount of steam I need. But it wouldn't hurt to make some more plates right now because I do have the discounted recipe now. So, third machine will be a lathe. I can probably just place it right up here. So for 32 steam per tick, I can get double the amount of rods from my ingots, which is very nice. And then our fourth machine will be an assembling machine. And most of these recipes aren't super expensive, so I probably won't need to have it closer with the cable loss. I was about to make a centrifuge, but honestly, I saw there was a way to get infinite glue, so we're gonna take that route. And instead, we want to make a distillery. Now I did this little setup here, I'm not quite ready yet, because I need distilled water, which requires the distillery, obviously. So I'll plug this into the bottom here. So if I just drop this water in here, I can get some distilled water. Can't pick it up with that bucket, so we'll just go with the drum. So we drop the water in. Why is this not working? Acacia isn't one of the options here. It says it works with jungle logs though. Let me see if I have any jungle logs. Oh shit. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It's an ambush. Holy. I kind of want to go outside to get my jungle logs, but this armed guy is trying to shoot me. Come on, get closer. Why are you making this so difficult? All I have is rotten flesh to regenerate. Where is this guy? Oh. Come here. What are you doing? I need to quickly find the jungle tree and then go back indoors. Okay, I have to book it. Because I see them on the map. They're probably going to start shooting at me, so I gotta run. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm making unlimited glue. So, I set up a second latex collector that collects glue from the logs. So now, I can pump this into the assembly machine if I had this in the right spot. So I'm gonna put this down here. And I configure the output. I'll have unlimited glue in my assembler. So with this new assembler here, one thing that's really nice is I can make resistors without paper. So this is a very free recipe, it's just copper and coal, so I can probably just run through like a stack of these. And I don't think this works for vacuum tubes. I think vacuum tubes won't really be free, yeah, because they're not an assembler recipe. I can also make discounted circuit boards, because now it's only one piece of copper instead of 4 with the wires. And finally I can utilize these copper plates, I can just turn them into foil. We can postpone this for a minute, because circuit boards are a little harder to make. Yeah. Just like that. Also, I am running out of power, I do realize that, because my turbine... I also didn't realize this thing uses 30 EU per tick, so I probably want to disable this when I'm not using it. Yeah, there we are. Now my power problems aren't really an issue. Once again, I was gonna get to work until I see one of these guys outside. But I guess if I want to get more sand, I can go out the other way. Except not really, because my shovel is in the chest outside. I also just realized I made another goof because I had my shovel with me the whole time, so I guess I'll just have an extra steel spade with me if I ever need it. And with these newfound resources, I definitely want to get to work on making more circuits. So, of course I'll need some glass. I also need to deal with this guy over here. Make a ton of more flint, and then process that flint into dust. Then we can process all of this into vacuum tubes, which will take a little while, but I'm willing to wait for now because I don't need a ton of circuits. And in the process of trying to make circuits faster, I did end up having to upgrade my vacuum chamber into a high pressure one, which basically just doubles the costs, but it also doubles the processing speed, so it's actually a pretty fair trade. Basically, the quote-unquote overclocking for steam machines is 100% efficient, so high-pressure versions are always worth it if you have the extra steam. I'm processing this so quickly that I can't even keep up with my vacuum tube production, which is exactly what I'll take for now. The last machine I'll be making today is an LV centrifuge, because it'll be used in a bunch of different recipes. Nope. So instead, I'm gonna make an LV polarizer, which allows me to get magnetic rods for free, basically. Which is nice, because before, if I accidentally crafted too many magnetic rods, I had to do the magnetite thing, and while it's not expensive, it's just a little annoying. And being able to make magnetic rods without this kind of thing is just pretty nice. But for now, that's really all I needed to do. I got my small LV workshop, and Supersymmetry LV is a lot longer than you might expect, because you have to create this line of machines down here. Pyrolysis oven, sintering oven, advanced electrolyzer, electric blast furnace, and a bunch of chemical reactors to make all the chemicals you need to make aluminum to get into the MV age. So, with that, thank you for watching, if you happen to watch to the end of the video by any chance, and I will see you guys in the next one. This is Dust06 signing out.